What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you are doing incredibly well on this lovely Sunday evening. Shout out to Arsenal fans all over the world. We've been doing great. How you guys keeping? Crypto's going mainstream, and there's a lot of things going on. And you guys know me by now. You know I like to always start positive. So big shout out to all of you guys. Let me know if you can hear me. I just came in from the match. And damn. And we think we're in the wrong asset. Yeah, what's going on, Gareth? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, man, I can't wait. I did say last week I needed a quick one. And I'll take my sweet out. So big shout out to you guys, loud and clear. I hope you're doing well. Listen, I wanted to come out and say goodbye to everyone. And in a fashion that I know how to do, which is to have a nice little chill, sweet. Listen, Caveman, you're my brother, man, and I genuinely love you because I think you took that message in a positive way. When I posted it, I don't think anybody. In fact, when I talked about, if you go to our Discord or Patreon, you'll see an entire page dedicated to Sui, and Sui right now is definitely the Solana's or this cycle's Solana. I think Sui is going to do an incredible number. Now, as far as pullbacks are concerned, it's just one of those cryptocurrencies. Like right now, the FOMO is way too much. Plus, the market makers will always control how far it dips because they have actually got to a level of interest. Now, if you look at this, Sui's already ranked what? $4.3 billion. It's just overtaking Casper, right? Incredible run. We were talking about this. I mean, I was fortunate enough to do the NFT farming, but at the end of the day, when we always look at our comparison, could it go to $100 billion in this new market where you have institutional money, no doubt, pumping this one? So yeah, I think it can. I think it's got a fair chance of doing, $90+ billion. 50 to 90 or 50 to 100 is a possibility. But what you did really well was to execute that trade. And congratulations right now. We never really spoke about the use cases and why Sui could be a blockchain that actually makes every one of us on this live stream well off in the future. And it's always incredible to think when you look at these institutions. So instant onboarding, and it's just a sweet, it's one of the best cryptocurrencies to actually buy meme coins. So you come in through the door, sign into your application, you get your private keys, off you go, access the likes of CETAs and whatever. But this is where I think once they add Apple to this, I think this is where things will get really interesting for investors. So many congratulations. Salam, my brother. How are you? How are you, Hamster? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, let's effing go, guys. Let's effing go. Yeah, I've replied to you, bro. If you're in the Discord, I hope you're doing well, Kay. So if you're in the Discord, just tag @Jerry. And yeah, just riding the crypto waves. Let me know if that's sorted out, by the way, bro. Can't use Discord whilst my membership is active. Yeah, you can use Discord. Just tag Jerry. Let me know what parts of Discord if you're missing parts. I mean, if you can access the chat, do let me know, brother, and I'll take care of it. I have replied to you on the Patreon side anyway. Yes, bro. Good to see you, Ryman. You're not allowed to leave. Damn, listen, my phone's ready, bro. I'm gonna be taking my phone and trust me, next week could be quite important. That's why I got majority of the hard work out of the way. I don't know if you guys saw my buys today. I hope you saw all my buys today, bro. Yeah, solid project. Good question. Why is Alph not moving? I don't know if you saw any of my posts. So right now, there are a lot of projects. You can say Tectum's not moving. You could argue many projects are not moving, and that's purely because of the, what they are in terms of their market size. But I posted something quite interesting today, and that was they've got their bridge going for BSC, and it's always it's always important just to follow the project and see what the development is. Now, I think over 300 people bridged over to the BSC side of things, and that's incredibly bullish. They posted this. I mean, I reposted the whole article anyway. There you go. So 20th of September, our testnet on BSC bridge is alive, allowing the bridge assets to and from Alephium to BSC. That's huge. And look, Alph bridge holders, you've got all the wallets there, and they've been bridging. Now, you have to understand, if that happens, it doesn't necessarily lead to an exchange listing, I don't think. But what it does, certainly, is it puts them in the right direction. That means the project security, amongst many other things, is absolutely working and secure. Alpha is one of the most secure blockchains. So when it breaks out, it will break out properly. But for now, I think, you got to remember mining the stage of the cycle. And I don't think its performance hasn't gone down from its recent lows. Can you zoom in? Further than that, bro, do let me know. Guys, is the screen blurry? I am actually streaming at 1080p. Yeah, do let me know. If the screen's blurry, I'll take some action. But for now, I think it looks all right. What about SuiSwap? Could it be Jupiter? So, Gareth, SuiSwap, I actually talked about it in the Discord. The number one kind of DEX swap protocol is Cetus. But SuiSwap is a very small project. And at $4 million, I think it's one of these, you have to take a punt at it. I mean, look at the Twitter following, right? So this is what I was saying the other day. This has over 300,000 Twitter followers, and it's a tiny micro cap. So something's not aligning for me personally. If you've got nearly 500,000 followers, you should be able to translate that into a bit of a network effect. So just be careful with, like, not everything on Sui is going to be the next 1000x. Now, if you look at this, when Sui is actually performing, it's up 4%, granted, but the volume is down, and there's a decent volume. It's actually, it's worth a consideration. I would say, I mean, I've been talking about Cetus for best part of a year. I think Cetus, for me, is still very small. So if you're thinking of the aerodrome of this entire protocol, a $33 million market cap, of course, volume is also down here, but it's still $19 million has been traded through Cetus. 10x, 300 million. This is still relatively undervalued. If Sui can go to $100 billion, this is way, way undervalued in my opinion. So just consider your options. Yes, Sui Swap is a micro cap. Let's have a look at another one that I've been banging on about for a very long time, which is Sui Pad. Again, in our setup, you would see, look, this is a $2 million market cap cryptocurrency. This was under $1 million. Under $1 million. Now, granted, obviously, launchpad season really is not that hot right now. But as Sui grows, this is gonna grow too. And you can see here, they've got, you know, stuff like MemePad, Ethora, public sale. So projects will come on here with Sui. So this is another good microcap to look at, but it's not as secure and it's not as dominant as what CETIS is going to be. So yeah, a few good projects on there, but SuiPad, despite the fact that it obviously pumped, is still a very tiny microcap cryptocurrency. Yeah, way easier. Actually, that's a fantastic point. Sui Wallet allows you to swap everything natively. The gas fees are cheap and it's instant transfer. I mean, I called it instant finality. So just remember these little things, because I think Sui's true potential is going to be realized like Solana. When you come back in 2026, 2027, during the bear market, and you've got all these newbies knocking around, and you pick up some Sui by 2030, I think, you know, despite the fact that I think next recession will be quite brutal, so we all have to prepare for that. Once we look at that, I think a lot of us will be better off. Hey, Belter, I hope you're well. What's up, sister? You okay? Could you check your DM later? Yeah, sure, 100%. Sorry, I was so swamped with messages. Bro said, "What's going on, champion? Have you heard of Rowan Energy? It's a huge project with actively at the parliament changing legislation. It's probably an RWA call, right? The name gives it away. I mean, I can't remember it, but let's have a look. Is it RWN? Rowan coin? Let's have a look. Could be. We just, most of us don't actually know, but we are. Yeah, it's probably not this one. Yeah, let me know. Oh yeah, be largest decentralized energy network. Any backers over here? Let's see what the price is saying. Damn. Wow. So basically, this got up to 35 cents, and now it's trading to just over 2 cents. That is an incredible. And this was like in the summer as well. So yeah, with a token like this, hardly any exchanges. Let's see what they're saying on Twitter, on X. World's premier transparent decentralized peer-to-peer renewable energy. All right, 29K followers. Yeah, I think, look, I've seen energy, and let's see what Energy Web token is doing right now. Could be let's have a look at EWT. 42 million. And this is what, only $5 million in market cap. Sorry for those of you that can't see, because my screen's way too small. I could try and do something here. Let me know if there's any difference, guys. So let's remove it here. Let's see by switching screens if we get any joy. Please bear with us. We are having a small adjustment that we need to make. Try and stream it on this one, on this other screen, because my other 49-inch screen is way too big. Add to screen. Let's remove that one. Stop sharing. Guys, I'm so bloody energized, even though I don't look at it. I was drained by the Man City game today. So I think that's a bit better, guys, right? It's a lot more clearer. Still can't see anything. Can you see better now? I'm sure you can. So this is a $5 million market cap cryptocurrency. Rowan coin and Energy Web token is at $42 million. And if you look at their charts, we've just not had an energy driven season. So yeah, it could be worth a watch. Yeah, screen's always, people complain about my screen because I normally stream on a 40-inch screen. So I've just changed it. Should definitely be better now. I'd like to know a confirmation to let me know if you can see better now. Yeah, the whole energy sector is not bullish. Yeah. I mean, it could pump. It could definitely pump. So yeah, let me know, guys, if you can see the screen better. I'm now using a smaller display option. My thing is streaming at 1080p. Yay or a nay? Is my screen better? So, let me know, because I need to make more adjustments if you can't see anything. Yeah, do let me know, guys, so I can move on. I can move on with my life. So many of you are complaining about my tiny screen. Is the screen any better? My beloved DXB community. Greeting, Earthrins. I cannot zoom in with the phone. Actually, not you, bro. I don't know where the other people are watching. NFT Schiller, you can't see. So why am I paying for top dollar? Yeah, high definition. Yeah, it's 1080p, man. Yeah, it should be good. It's full 1080p, bro. NFT Schiller. Yeah, nah, that's okay. That's with the phone's all right, but I think it's much more clearer now anyway. So yeah, guys, let's keep it going. We came for a different show. We're gonna keep it going. So let me go through some of these questions. Yeah, what's happening, bro? I hope you're well. I'm not married. I can buy more Alephium. Alephium to the moon. Absolutely, bro. Listen, Alph is gonna bring few options for the wife. Trust me. You definitely have a slightly more broader selection. Yeah, bro. Arsenal got robbed today. Yeah, good performance. I think. Listen, Trossard did his thing, but yeah. But that's always good to listen, bro. It's definitely better now. Yeah, bro. Listen, that thing is too niche. Yeah, listen. You know what? DXB talks about Karrat coin for months. Nothing happens. That's why I love Becca and people like that. The power. Listen, there is an unlock coming in 7 days. I mean, listen, if you bought this, it's like 26 cents, 29 cents. Still, I don't think you got away from people. Karrat has a huge unlock coming soon. And I think there's going to be opportunity for us to properly allocate to Karrat. And that's what I'll be doing as well. But at least now people know about the fundamentals are way more than, look at that. That's a God candle right there. Kaboom. See, this unlock here is quite significant for Karrat, right? So this is going to be a total of like 16, 17% of the total market cap. That's going to be a decent unlock. So if you're looking to buy Karrat, just set your alarm for 20th of October, 19th to the 20th. And of course, the market will be trending up. We should get a decent buy opportunity for Karrat then. Yeah, good times, bro. Good times. Absolutely. Thai. Let's have a look at Thai. Let's have a look at Thai. Yeah, this one has the fundamentals. Now, if you look at the chart, right, you can see here the chart has held up pretty nicely around these levels. So hasn't been that much of inconsistency with where the chart is. So I think it's a good trade. So yeah, fundamentals wise, it's a very good trade. So Sui, yeah, Sui is going to be top 10, bro. Like everything about Sui screams out, especially this aspect of Sui screams out is going to be top 10. I don't think there's any doubt about the technology. About 2 months ago, I ran into some people in Dubai when I took my office, and the guy was telling me how they had a massive, like they've got presence like of the best VCs. So, and the technology is really good. So I think the fact that there could be mass adoption, on the brink of mass adoption here with the hardware, with what the ZK login, onboard Apple into this, and they've got ex-Apple executives, and now you've got a recipe for once a useful blockchain. But like I said, it's a multi-cycle play. I don't think one cycle would be will be enough for Sui. I cannot zoom in with the phone. Thanks, bro. Thanks for letting me know. Bro said I will jump to the laptop. Thank you, brother. All the family support Arsenal. Come on, Arsenal, man. Listen, today, imagine, I'm in Abu Dhabi right now, and the entire Abu Dhabi is our Man City fans. So just imagine, wherever I go to watch the game, in a restaurant, in a bar, wherever I go, I'm outnumbered. Because of course, this is this is the biggest supported club here in the UAE. Sui Pass, yeah, Cass's market cap, like without even, we were just looking at that, bro. Look at this. Yeah, it just overtook Casper, just like that. And I think there's a lot more to come from this. Yeah, I don't, to be honest, the market, so the way they've deployed this is incredible. And I'm always looking at the upside potential with relative security. So we don't buy Sui because we just love the technology alone. Fundamentals are incredible. So even at these prices, let's say it comes back to $1.20, $1.20, $1.30, that type of level, I think it's a decent consideration then, for sure. With those kind of prices, I think Sui would be an incredible buy. Let's have a look at the Sui chart here. Let's have a look at this one here. So it's bound to cool down. So this is Sui's chart versus BTC. I mean, look at that. It's literally produced a god candle against Bitcoin. Now you can see here, of course, the RSI is oversold, and I would expect a bit of a cool off for Sui, but to outperform the likes of Solana, you know, it's a real possibility. It is a real possibility right now. This is Casper versus BTC. So over the weekly, and even if we come down, let's go back to Sui. So if we come back to Sui here, let's have a look at Sui on the daily. It's overheated. So this is Sui versus BTC on the daily. This is Casper versus BTC, which is actually not looking bad at all. So the RSI is about to get here on the daily. Hopefully, we see how long the RSI spends down here. So Casper down against BTC, while Sui's been going up immensely versus BTC. So what we need to see in the next few weeks is how far that pullback for Sui comes. Let's have a look at other altcoins performing against BTC. This is Tau, and this is going to be, yeah, this is also doing well on the daily. Let's pump this stuff. So yeah, Tau's performing well against BTC. If you look at Sol's just literally kind of come back up against BTC. So look, over the next, once we lose the dominance, once the dominance comes down, I think we will see a lot of our alts doing rather well. And if you look at the overall, let's have a look at other charts here as well. Yeah, let's talk about macro for a minute, because this is the bullish scenario where, of course, from where we are, or where we were, look, we go straight shooting up once we come out of this wedge. That is a possibility. Of course, there are those who say completely otherwise and see Bitcoin price plummet. The truth is somewhere in the middle. We cannot be waiting for the banana zone to absolutely go, because when the come, absolutely be astronomical. Just move. Now we still, don't forget, we're still going to have an alt season, so prepare for that. I've been buying small amounts, and if you look at this, so this is, let's have a look at the Dixie. So the Dixie right now is on life support. You can see the moment that the dollar loses that level, that support level on the weekly, kaboom. And this is obviously inversely correlated to the price of crypto, generally altcoins. Total 3, however, is looking incredibly sweet. And if you look at the total 3 right now, the total crypto market cap over here, let's go with the RSI here. Listen, we are due for some type of a market reaction, but we just don't know which direction it's going to go. You can't plan your life. We've already been to K and survived. That is my ultimate. We just keep it simple. Like, we've been to these lower levels, and if you look at this, none of us were complaining when those dips came, especially if you're holding a bit of, I would say, a bit of stable coins on the side. And then, of course, this is the market cap dominance of ETH. ETH is literally on its knees over here. I don't think ETH goes very much any levels below this. If it does, it will be quite an incredible sight. Now, USDT dominance. It's another one that we need to watch. You can see here, we printed this candle on the weekly, and we just need to these levels here. So overall, I think the market is still intact. I'm going to wait for any fear. Nothing's going to nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. I was just watching versus tonight again, Ja Rule versus Fat Joe, and it reminds me of this, man. You know, yesterday's price is not today's, so things are going to go well for us in that regard. You just have to keep your mettle. Now, there's other things that I'm tracking as well, including narratives, and you can see here the worst narrative in this entire run has been Gamblify, crypto gaming, and of course the best performing have been, you know, meme coins. Now some of these narratives are gonna eventually flip, and in terms of this chart that was shooting up last week, you can see here we've got a slight curl to the downside. Do you see that? So this is our ultimate, you know, sell your house, buy crypto. It looks like we're coming back down to this value line, which is very important, guys. That's why I keep saying that line, as long as that line is not rocketing away, you can DCA into cryptos. We're not at a true value for where most of these altcoins are. And if you're like me, like for example, today, I bought about 150 to 200 BasedAI, something like that. I bought about 300 Tecton. I got 3,500 Alephium tokens that I've accumulated over the last 3-4 days. No problem. The psychology is not to go all in. I deploy these in small chunks. You know, Moon Tropica, I bought 50 tokens just now. So I don't think you should hold back. And those of you who are holding back are probably the ones that feel the most vulnerability. Peter said, I like your coin, Zell. Yeah, bro, Zell is, look, I've called out, there is an AI gem right now sitting in our buy alert section on the Discord. And I don't think anyone's actually taken a look at it. I've already pulled out all my money from it. It's already done a decent numbers from the bottom. But Zell, which we can publicly talk about, is, you know, as far as proof of work cryptocurrencies are concerned, could this be this tiny little $9 million market cap cryptocurrency? And this is what you know, when I'm looking for the next Casper, and I'm not going to say this is the next Casper, it's completely different. You know, of course, it's got native smart contracts. When I'm looking at an opportunity like this, I'm always looking for the value. And I think under $10, this is incredibly undervalued. I think the first buy alert I did on this was $5 in our group. Now, what's unique about this is it's trying to do many of the things that Casper did, but with native smart contracts off the go. And you cannot compare a $4 billion cryptocurrency to a $9 million cryptocurrency here. Having said that, a lot of us throw money around in meme coins. Now, considering this is listed on Mexi, still highly risky, but if you look at the all-time price of the chart, I mean, the prices were, I don't think these were the all-time highs. I think this went up to $100. So yeah, these guys are not tracking it for its longevity. Let's see if we can Zell. There's plenty of opportunities. I mean, listen, crypto is a game of I told you so. And yeah, look at that. I mean, this was all-time high was actually even more than that. So all-time here, so 28th of May, $37. Probably mixing it up with Moon Tropical or something like that. But all-time low was only $4.97. So you're actually getting in from the absolute bottom on this play. But it does come with a government health warning. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Unless you're like me and Peter to dabble into these extreme extreme edges of the universe. What is better to buy now, Tectum or Alph? I think, listen, both of them are in a very good value zone. I bought both today, if I'm being absolutely transparent with you. Robert, the group knows what I bought today. And yeah, I like them. I think if you had to into both, you should. For me, is probably the bigger holding in terms of the dollar allocation. Yeah, good to see you too, bro. This part of the market's going to be interesting. I think we're doubling down is the best way. Yeah, look, we've been here. Look, most people are naturally greedy. So you set the targets, and there's something that we talk about in our kind of Discord, but you set your targets of what are you willing to pay for a coin. So what is the overall value of a project for you? And of course, risk versus reward. For example, for me, I'm happy to put a 50K into Sui because I would just want a 10x from a very high level of or I just want some certain returns from the market. So I would try and play the market like that. I think a lot of people forget about the importance of 10x's. But yeah, listen, doubling down. I mean, listen, if you sell the bags, I don't really see that being an option at all for me, personally speaking. I've always been fully allocated to the market. I've sold a lot of cryptocurrencies recently, and the group know that. And the reason I did that was because of just because I wanted to have the number of tokens and nothing else. But yeah, good to Sui or OTK. Oh man, listen, Sui or OTK, bro. That is a massive that's a big comparison. Been looking into sellers, but feel like it's hugely risky, high potential, but could fade into obscurity. Thank you very much for that comment, bro. Spot on. So when we risk, and this goes for a lot of gems that crypto YouTube talks about, not just Zealous. I think you're 100% right, man. These carry government warnings, but nevertheless a decent. Sui to 80 billion, like where Soul is. I think kick BNB out of the door. If you look at the top 10, look, BNB right now is sitting at 86 bill, 67 for Soul. Then you go XRP at 3 billion, Doge at 15. Look at the gap. I mean, there's a massive gap here. And this is where you're going to see the likes of the Taos, the likes of the Caspers, your Suis. And then you got new launches like Monad, potentially. You've got, I think Kai Network would be pretty big. Peak Network would be massive. And then the rest is all the top 10 is obviously open for challenge. There are a few dinosaurs that currently occupy this top 10. And at some point, I mean, I don't think Ethereum will be flipped anytime soon. That is the world computer, decentralized computer of the world. Ethereum's going nowhere. But the fight is on for the rest. I don't see how, say, for example, I mean, Sol is a beast. We know that. And what's also interesting, guys, these big unlocks don't have to mean anything to them. Market makers will just scoop them up. Yeah, 100%, bro. Buy both. Yeah, definitely. OTK for the better gains. Of course, it carries the proverbial risk. Yeah, I think I've made a video about AGC. I talk about AGC. If you go to YouTube, I think my video is one of the few videos out there, or one of the few videos out there on AGC. I like Devolve AI. I'm kind of I'm a crypto fundamentalist. These fundamental projects, especially in AI. So yeah, again, bit risky, but you never know. So far, they've only got Mexi listing. And yeah, no time to waste. Do not wait. Buy, 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 guys. Absolutely. And if you're in doubt, this metric here is fantastic. Sell your yard and buy damn crypto. But of course, um, you've got to allocate into it in a consistent manner. But definitely, we have the signal here, and you can see it's just curving back. And historically, it's always been below during bear markets. You can see here, this is like, look at the dates here. You know, this is 2020, and look at the parabolic move for altcoins. And then, of course, bear market comes, you know, and this then dips back again, and then it shoots up. But from a value perspective, look at this, the whole of 2020. So it's a pretty good, accurate dashboard indicator to have a look. Bro said first meme coin on Sui. Let me just tell you what my holdings are for this one. It's up 27%, and I'm holding around 8.45 billion tokens to Valhalla. And I have actually released our buy alert too for the community. Saw a YouTuber saying that Sui and Casper will only 5x in the coming bull run. Now, things like that, obviously, he's looked at that and he said, look, what's the safest way for me to analyze that? And to a large extent, you cannot sometimes look at these kind of claims and just dismiss them. Now, for that to happen, crypto will have to be upside down, right? That would be kind of a, say, a left translated cycle with a very small blow off top with a black swan event and and a hasted recession. The reason I say that is because there are projects in the past, and they will continue to happen. Think about where Dogecoin was going in the last cycle. And I know everybody used the argument that, of course, it was Elon Musk, it was less tokens around. I get all of that. But according to the latest research on crypto.com, by crypto.com, there's nearly 700 million crypto holders globally. The printer is about to global inflation for the last 4 years, obviously, with the rate cuts coming and the inflation, it's going to be more dollars swimming around. So you've got to take all of that into factor. A bigger cycle, a cycle with institutional adoption, a cycle that is technically, potentially a $10 trillion cycle. So I can see that argument. Of course, every cryptocurrency, I'll probably say both of these have a very good chance of rocking up into the top 10. Now, could I see a situation where don't go right for both? Yes, absolutely, bro. Eos, very good, man. Congratulations. It's and also if you bought the dips. Now, Eos will do fine. If you know Eos, like historically, when it was here, nobody was talking about this. If you look at last year, 11 cents, no one spoke about it. Hardly any visible utility that I knew of, AI storage streaming. So I think the streaming was actually what they started with, if I'm correct. But over time, it obviously pivoted to AI, and it's an OG project, and it's absolutely held by whales. So the whales will market the hell out of this. Yeah, I think this does yeah, AI tech is dipping, which is nice. I haven't had any cause for concerns. I actually looked at the. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the AGI. So you notice that the key resistance for AI tech is basically it's not broken out of its wedge. It has no strength to do so for now. And I would say until it shows, I mean, I've marked that price ages ago. And look where it is, guys. Look where it is. This is a situation that AI tech has been in for a long time. Now, one of the things you would notice is the level of rejection is just insane. So unless it breaks through that, I don't see any reason right now for people to not stop buying AI tech. You can wait for a confirmation. Look at that. This is one of the toughest things to break through in the whole of crypto. Resistance, 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 resistance. And right now, it's got to finish above this in order to show us that AI tech has strength. But while it's in this state, I think it's a good time to keep DCAing into AI tech. And we could see a further retest to the downside. So if AI tech eventually comes down, I would be looking to buy some more. I have actually bought a decent bag this week. And I will continue to buy some more until they can show us obviously more strength. But sometimes I love buying weakness, especially with projects that I believe in. On Solana, the gaming, right? Same like Corpo. Do you find it? Yes, let's have a look. So this is one that obviously I don't really talk about. EL. How do you spell it again? Elex, sorry, Yeah, this one's it's come across my radar many times before. Was this the evolution of Lit Labs? No, I made it with something else. I have seen this before. Look, with these tiny cryptocurrencies, it's just, I mean, I wouldn't invest in this. It's decent, but I wouldn't invest in it just for the simple fact that a lot of similar projects in the same market cap right now with similar market cap are already doing bits. So yeah, and the circulating supply, obviously tokenomics don't look great. Launched here, 13 cents, straight away was dumped. So yeah, I wouldn't get into this. Probably get OTK on Solana. Yeah, it's such a pain. Look, they need to get their listings done. I always lose 10. Yeah, you market buy in the end or market sell. It sucks really, honestly. But they will hopefully get an exchange listing for sure. Sui Tao and Cass are big boys. Absolutely. And of course, Kai is going to be huge. Yes, Astrada. Thankful because, yep. Nah, anytime, brother. Anytime. I really appreciate that, man. Listen, man, I'm a guy who works on those bases, man. Every time you big me up, I get a bit of a boost. So thank you very much. I appreciate that, bro. Claw AI doing well. 10% up. Yeah, I guess, look, 12% for the day, $21 million in market cap, has shown a bit of life after that correction. And the volume is up significantly at $3 million. as you know, I used to hold Claw AI and I traded it, and I think there's better deep in projects, but of course with the market cap, it's not bad at all. It will pump with deep in for sure. If you're right, and the market goes to 10 trillion, how much do you think they will be in the top 10? The top 10 will get a decent share. Let's have a look at the top 10 right now. So we've already got top 100 here. I mean, look at that volume. So total market cap here would be, I'd probably say it would be about almost half of crypto. Bitcoin's at 1.2 trillion. Then these guys combine with Ethereum obviously being almost 30% of the rest here. It's about another trillion here, just over two trillion. So I'd probably say half of the top 100 should occupy, or the top 10 should occupy at least. If you add Bitcoin, I'd probably say 50% of that, or 30% of that. Sorry, minus Bitcoin. Relaxing Sound said, have you any news about Lit Labs? It's almost dead, and yeah, it probably needs a doctor, bro. I don't really track Lit Labs at all. It's just one of these shit coins that promise people. Yeah, it looks like a rug pull, man. Could it wake up? Yes. I kid you not, I saw older projects this week with no teams that were up 2, 3, 5%. Crypto is just so weird like this, man. But I mean, why would you buy this? The only reason I can think of, because I used to hold this and I sold it. Only reason why I can think you probably bought this, you probably bought this before when it had the hype and everybody was talking about this. But right now, this shit is dead. Yeah, this is a rug pull. I mean, should we do a funny thing? Should we have a look at their Twitter account? They moved on to a different project anyway, but 19th of July, 14th of July, they're just tagging some old shit here. 17th of July. This is a rug, man. Yeah, this is a well-known rug. I don't think there's any liquidities, and I don't know if they've even got exchanges. I can't believe it, man. $3,000. If you hold $3,000 or more, go sell your Lit Labs and send the liquidity to Tank and push the market cap down by 2%. Oh, mate. Or just buy $600 of Lit Lab and send the market cap, or send the price up by 2%. Yo, peace and love from South Africa. My people, my country. I love South Africa, bro. Any thoughts on Sharp AI, Deve, and Sensei? Yeah, we'll talk about that. But before you do that, let's talk about South Africa, man. What a beautiful country. The home of Amapiano. I love that tune, man. Da-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na. Anyway, here's a funny thing. I was in Cape Town, right? And I kid you not, they got these monkeys that get drunk. They worked out the movement of beer across the hills. So obviously, whenever the transportation comes, these monkeys are so smart, man. They just go there taking can after can of Carlsberg, Heineken, and all of that stuff. And you see wasted monkeys, man. That South African food is great as well. Guys, if you haven't been to South Africa in the bull market, go to South Africa. So first of all, Sharp AI was in a post that I've recently done for the community, and And my feeling was the project has massive backing like Animoca Brands, but it has shit tokenomics, right? So from a fundamental standpoint, is it the right time to buy? I mean, right now the price is really, really down. And the only concern I have is super apps haven't really done all of that great. There's another super app in Dex Check. You could argue there are two more that I can think of, but I really like this one. And at some point, with the backing it has, I think it should be a good project. And then Devi, I also talked about Devi as a tier list, a video that I did the other day, and I said, look, this is incredibly high risk, high reward. Boom, and you can see that from what they claim, it's not bad at all. But for a layer one to be pulling 200,000 in volume, and now someone's just bought that 2%. Let's see what the market depth is here. So you could see here, someone just bought $600 worth of Devi, and in front of my eyes, the price just jumped. There's no liquidity in it, and I think that's going to be an issue for you. And of course, Sensei is actually better. And like I say in every live stream, I bought Sensei several months back through one of the brothers in the Discord. We traded it. But over here, you can understand, look, this has got nearly 400K in volume. You know, very, very little liquidity. Slightly better tokenomics than the other two. 32% of the tokens out. What this promises is big in the sense that it's, you know, I don't know how you do. I've never interacted with the ecosystem, by the way, so I couldn't give you a fair assessment. But like I said before, I think this one will be very good for trade. It's a low cap with a promising roadmap. If they pull this off, I think it will be great. So yeah, I like the first one and the last one. I think they're all risky, but they're all promised to give you a good risk versus reward. Total market value more than 10 trillion, 13 to 16 trillion. Yeah, I mean, that's base case scenario. The worst case scenario would be that we go to 5 trillion and everybody just, it's still a lot. Yo, Crypto G in the building. Smash a like for my brother from a different mother. Hope you're doing well, my man. OTK has in the pipeline. Do not worry. Yeah, man, I love this thing. Hey, listen, we need to do a collabo, bro. Guys, by the way, check out the channel of the legend. Like I always say, it's actually come down quite nicely. Right, it's come down quite nicely. You can see again, look, it's a good time to buy. Of course, KuCoin is where all the liquidity is. I hold OTK, and I hold a nice bag. I think over 100,000 tokens is fantastic for this risk versus reward. So yeah, it's a really, really good project, and thank you so much to the legend for pointing that out. G does know his alpha for sure, man. Scuba diving on Sui is pumping. Yeah, I'll check it out for sure, bro. Let's see if it's on. Let's go to Coin Ghetto. Scuba. 160% up. Come on, Scuba. And let's have a look at the chart here. Yeah, it's been upwards. Look, these Sui memes will obviously they're going to try and create $1 billion token there for sure. So far, I think FUD and Plub lead the way. Telegram, Dex Screener, blah, 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 blah. It's a decent meme. I like it. It's obviously not better than gently used Honda Civic 2001. But yeah, that's a very good shout, bro. Jeez, that candles, those two candles came out like Daniel Dubois. Yeah, this has to cool down a little bit. I mean, it's still very tiny, very low liquidity. $1.8 million fully diluted. Yeah, let the Jeets get out, and we may be interested. Yo, bro, what's going on? Eddie Short midterm predictions for Pal AI. Oh, that's a good one. I mean, listen, my short-term target for all of those projects is always to get that first 10x out of the way, and long-term, I think we've got a solid plan for them. Both of these can actually do 30x. You know, but very good projects, both of them. I think, of course, Chain GPT would be slightly better for me. Lower market cap as well. Where about were you in? Yeah, I was in Cape Town, bro. KwaZulu Natal. I would love to host you. Yeah, definitely. Listen, let's grill some meat, bro. You know, of course, I know the culture. You know, Shaka Zulu. Big up. Too many legends from South Africa, man. And beautiful people as well. It's called the Rainbow Nation. Bafana, brother. I have a BNB company. Oh, nice. In South Africa, bro. That's amazing, man. Join us in the Discord, bro. Relaxing sound. Thanks, mate. What about Playable? Yeah, I did actually. I did rank Playable today in my last video, my gaming video. And it was, I always loved it. Listen, I do hold a small bag, nothing too big. But I always categorize, Playable. What was the other one? Citus, Senate. These are some of the, even though some of them are slightly bigger market caps now. I think now OTK is a very good conviction for me as well. So yeah, I do like it, bro. No friggin' way, man. Only a year after I got out of PLS and PLSX, they start doing this. You know what? I've actually left my hex staking forever ban. Let's have a look. So finally, he's going to start printing out or bringing out the Ethereum. Sacrifice wallet here is huge. But man, I was just depressed with the ecosystem, bro. I'm not going to lie. If you think Casper Maxis are a problem or Cardano Maxis, you ain't seen our H Maxis, bro. And while I was in this community, I enjoyed it. I actually made some videos in the Pulse community. And shout out, I would love for this to do well because I know so many friends. I don't know what it is, but Australia is like the #1 country for Hex, even in the last cycle. All the influencers, majority of investors, Richard Hard is absolutely loved over there, bro. Brilliant. Sent you I sent a G. Yeah, I'll after I get off, bro, I'll sort this out. Put issues on the live. ICE Network has 2.3 million followers on Twitter. What the F? Yeah, let's have a look at ICE Network. ICE, baby. Yo, open ICE Network. This is what I saw trending. I must have added this to the watch list. They must have bought this. Unless obviously they're doing an AI tech, because AI tech has 6 million on the watch list. Let's have a look. 2.4 million followers. Damn. I mean, I need to run a script, a BasedAI brain, just to see if these are ghost town. But I can see few people from the east following them. So listen, man, if these things are from the People's Republic of China, 2.4 million people in China is like 15 people in Europe. They're selling people for fun. So yeah, listen, it could be, but I did see this trending heavily. And Open Ice Network, I mean, it's not something that I hold or well, to be honest, look, it's on the BNB smart chain. So it could be true. It could be true, bro. Next I sold. I remember Archie was Archie was the man for this. And Connext, I actually sold it and I never looked back into it. I just kept it moving on that one, bro. Plub is on fire today. Yo, Plub, listen, that whole ecosystem, bro. Sorry, let's have a look at the chart. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, this could be the kind of, everybody's looking for that first $1 billion project on Sui. So yeah, keep an eye out on the old Plub. Yo, Wagwan Clint, you left us laughing last night, bro. What did I do? My wife thinks I work for a TV channel. I swear to God, bro. She's like, yo, because occasionally, look, I shoot from home, innit? So she walks in here sometimes and I'm talking smack. And, I've got the lighting set up, the sound. She's like, what do you do, man? I'm like, yeah, man, man's working for Channel 4 News. I'm a correspondent. As like, and I did tell you, innit? She wanted to pick this up the other day, and she's like, I want to use your USB. I'm like, actually not this one, please. This one is gonna be. This is called financial freedom. She goes, what's in it? I was like, nah, it's just pictures from college. The Ledger wallet, bro. Jeez, night out in Newcastle Central, bro. You know that is hectic. For those of you who don't know, Newcastle is one of the liveliest cities in the UK. Yeah, Karrat. I just had a little Karrat. Let's talk about Karrat, man. So let's have a look at Karrat before I start writing in Arabic. So obviously, I talked about Karrat several times, and I think the community knows internally that I held Karrat, but they thought I was mad because I was just buying in accumulation. And I said, from a tokenomic standpoint, you got to get to a level where you're comfortable with the token utility. So in this case, what is Karrat going to do? Because sometimes for these, a lot of investors miss out on the game in cryptos because they really don't understand the tokenomics. And the main issue is they look at the vesting alone and discount the ecosystem, funds, and things like that. So a lot of the crypto gaming, like gaming in-game assets and rewards, is a big part. But what you have here is 1 billion tokens, right? And of course, inflation, they say none, but there was also a big airdrop. So the price suppression, even if you're buying it under 40 cents, it's compared to where Karrat's going to go, it's way undervalued because the money behind it and the partnerships and of course pet hooligans and of course linked to Amazon Prime, Disney, all of these things are a factor. Alex Becker, as people found out. So when small YouTubers like myself or Crypto G talks about these things, nobody really pays attention because essentially people are skeptical, right? People will say, oh yeah, these guys are pumping these, but Karrat's a huge project. They work with Alex Becker. They don't work with myself, for example, right? But I went on, did the research, and I think when it's all said and done, everybody has to take note of a Coinbase launch. Number one, who's gonna like Galaxy says, who's gonna pump our bags, right? Essentially, you've got voice actors, real life actors from Hollywood, right? Actors and contributors game, film, TV studios, enterprises, brands, gamers, collectors, creators, governance participants. And then, of course, you got the utility here. So the Karrat token is governance, in-game purchases and upgrades, and of course, in-game and rewards and in-game assets as well. Additional utility to be developed. So, of course, they've left themselves with a flexibility to increase the token's utility, partner network, infrastructure, that type of thing. Then you start looking at the three pillars. So governance, incentivize, and utilize. To govern, to incentivize. So this thing is well thought out. Now, if we go to crypto rank, like we did earlier, we take a look at Karrat. That circulating supply is absolutely awful, right? But they've got significant unlocks coming. So I always say, look, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon of accumulation. And the warning to a lot of people was it takes Alex Becker to consistently talk about this in a gaming season, for example, in a kind of explosive upward market phase. So I'm actually I bought enough in the last few weeks when it was way under 30 cents. But I'm going to buy a majority of my tokens in the coming months. Now it's given people validation. People know what it's kind of capable of. So that's how I'm going to roll. But essentially, you've got to see how they break down the tokenomics to take full advantage of the token. So let me just get this out of the way. Where was I? Let's see, it's somewhere. Kind of lost it now anyway. But look, at the end of the day, all you have to do is go to so when you start seeing the ecosystem, you start to realize what this is all about. And for me, the token will have more utility than purely for my pet hooligans alone. And of course, this is in prime gaming. So you start to see you're dealing with a different beast. And, like I said, we don't get any partnerships from these guys. We don't get any credit from these guys. It's purely for us to make an informed investment. Like, for example, compare this to, like Superman says, WAST Studios. And I can tell you now, I talked about WAST way before Superman. I think there's people in the live from my Patreon, and we did a lovely trade on it. But if you put $1,000 into this, and you put $1,000 into something like a WAST Studio, you're gambling. But over here, I think your money can only appreciate, and that's the thinking. So I do like this a lot. I think the Karrat token is, even with the inflation, I think it should do really well. And of course, the thing is done. You can see big money is involved. Bro said DAI, so let's have a look at DAI. I hope yeah, these guys are the dog's bollocks, man. This thing is sick. And again, I'm thinking of base, I'm thinking of normies. Another one, before I talk about DAI, another one that I talk about, but then Becker spoke about it last night too, is Moon Tropica. And this is my kind of bet for Illuvium. Hardly any volume here, 100K. On that premise, look, it's under $10. Previous all-time high here was around $50. Yep. This went to $50. Right now is just under 10. And this is kind of like my small Illuvium of this cycle. So I was looking for something that is very good quality, very, very good tokenomics. And Moon Tropica seems to fit that criteria. And of course, no exchange listings, no hype yet, with the exception of Neo Tokyo and Alex Becker. It's one of the tokens that he mentioned. I've been talking about buying this for ages now, albeit very, very small buys. I think anything between kind of say 500, 100 to about 500 tokens is enough. 1,000 tokens will be like kind of, elite tier. But once they start marketing this, and of course, I've been to some of their Twitter spaces. I think this is another one with only 3.5 million or 2.5 million in circulation. Oh, sorry, supply. And yeah, this should do well, man. Circulating supply is actually better than that. Let's go here. What are we looking at? We're looking at Moon Tropica. So when all it is when you're degening, you got to try and degen with a logic. Circulating supply 2.7 million out of 3.5 million tokens, and already in bed with Alex Becker. Fully diluted 32 million. A lot of those tokens are in ecosystem and that type of thing. And this is kind of like relatively fair launch. They launched on Uniswap. They're using their own money to fund the project, and they're in bed with Alex Becker. What more could you want? And he did mention them last night. They got a small pump, not huge, but it should be good. Now, the next one is DAI. And DAI is something that I got out of. In fact, I've done a video earlier on, and it's kind of pumping now, 26% up. But there are better AI projects. Initially, I mean, I do like the whole team. And when I first bought this, price was actually doing quite well then. So Zero Labs, it could be a big project, but you can only buy so many AI tokens, in my opinion. And I think there was 1 or 2 question marks about the tokenomics at the time. So I gave it a miss. I sold AIT protocol. The next question is slowly pumping. Thoughts? Yeah, I got out of this one. Again, it's not humanly possible to hold all of these tokens. Up 9%, $25 million in market cap. And you can see that it's obviously breaking out from its lows, $22 million. I know Superman, for example, is a big fan of AIT protocol. But yeah, now I think I'm going to concentrate on the likes of BasedAI, AI Tech, AGI, some of the more mainstream, potentially viral cryptocurrencies. So yeah, I mean, I think the only attraction here is the market cap, right? Nobody cares for the fundamentals of some of these. Yo, Alvin, what's going on? Mad respect to you too, bro. Big shout out to you, bro. Yo, Daniel Dubois is a problem. I was actually quite heartbroken for AJ last night, bro. Like, honestly, this is like the worst way for the people's champion to end up like this. And I reckon AJ was doing a somersault here. AJ was like, listen, what happened was AJ got clipped, right? And the memes are brutal. The memes that came out today are absolutely brutal, man. So what happened was that picture you see right there is actually from the Andy Ruiz fight. So my boy got clipped quite early. And if you clip AJ, you know, I mean, if you remember, Klitschko nearly finished him in that epic Wembley fight. I was there that night. That was friggin' insane. I was also there for the AJ fight with the body snatcher, Dillian White. And Stormzy lit up the scene that night. And never forget, man, one of the happiest nights of my life. Man said he's better than me. Shut up. So yeah, anyway, back to crypto. But yeah, commiserations to my brother. I think he comes back in the second fight and literally does what he did to Andy Ruiz in the second fight. But Dubois is a problem, bro. Dubois is like that kid in school who everybody bullied until he got pissed off one day and ended putting everyone in the bin, in those big yellow school bins. 94% in the last 24 hours. Yeah, it's doing well, bro. And I think, listen, what is this now? 34%. Yeah, I'm sure. Listen, I'm sure it's rocketing up. And AI projects. I mean, this was one of the bigger projects in AI anyway, or potential. I was buying this on Uniswap, but I just think that it's yeah, you can't have everything. I think at this point it's just you got to have maybe 3, 4 maximum AI projects. Maybe two is the sweet spot. 3 to 4 I can see. Yeah, and Belter PLS to the moon. I hope so. Because I'll take interest again in my hex and PDI as well. PDI is pumping. PDI has actually been the best project in this entire ecosystem. It's not even listed on here. Yeah, Pulse PDI. Yeah, this has been the best. This and incentive token, I think, have been the two best projects over there. Yo, Crypto Shark in the building. Sonic Gaming and its notes on Solana. I haven't really looked into this one, bro. I think somebody mentioned it the other day. Is it listed? It's probably not out at all. Yes, it's a new project. Yeah, I don't really have an opinion. I don't actually like nodes at all. I think node sales are, I don't know. I don't like node sales, bro. Trading a ride chain for Tectum, but just can't pull the trigger. I had to sell my ride chain at some point. It's a fantastic project. You've got a dilemma. I don't think I'll be able to help you with this one, bro. As much as I love Tectum, you don't advise people to sell something that could potentially go back up. Now the chart don't look sweet like that, but they have been building, and you have to zoom in. So you've got to go and I don't know, maybe just have a quick smoke, get the shisha out, or if you're American, the hookah out, or I don't know, go for a walk. But I would say it depends on the size of your bag, because Tectum, obviously being slightly lower in terms of market cap, it's a project that I hold, that I really like, and I'm expecting big things from Tectum. So the natural thing is to tell you to sell a ride chain and move into Tectum, but I would not be genuine if I'm going to say that, because I don't think I would be looking out for you, and you'd come looking for me like Daniel Dubois when a ride chain goes to $100. I don't know. Go for a walk. The City, man, you guys are cheaters, bro. Where did Man City get 5 minutes added on today? 9 minutes, sorry. Joey, big up to yourself, bro. 5 in a row. 5 relegations in a row coming up soon. Are you leveraging any of your picks? In what sense? In rotation, you mean? AJ never recovered from that first punch. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Once he licks that first one, and it's always been like that. I think if the clip came deeper into the fight, he recovers. That's what happened with Klitschko. But the clip came in the first round. Andy Ruiz 2.0. And then, obviously he got him backed up, but then he started fighting Daniel Dynamite Dubois. Again, you don't bully the nice kids in the corner, because everybody has a memory in school when there was that 6'5" nice gentle kid that everybody just kind of bullied, and then one day you just saw him piling up. That's Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois looks like a nice kid, humble, but yeah, I wouldn't F with him, man. He looks like a heavyweight from the 90s. It's proper built. Mr. T in the building. What's up, bro? It's a nice gaming video. Thank you so much, bro. What's your take on Beam Merit Circle? Yeah, Beam. Listen, Beam is gonna find that big boy VC money. I think Beam is like a 5 to 10x. Would probably think that the size of Merit Circle to where it is, I think this is a decent 10x. Yeah, this is gonna pump. So yeah, I do like it. I think it's a relatively good play. $800 million in market cap. Remember, guys, it's not always about the market cap. At certain points in the bull cycle, it's where the money is going to go. And like you said, Merit Circle, Beam, Alex Becker, all of that, Pumpermentals. At this point, you know, I'm seriously like, I'm looking for a lot of 10x's just from a psychological point of view. Yeah, I didn't talk about Aether today because Aether is an interesting one. And that's because I'm in Prime. So this is the so Aether, sorry, the gaming one, right? The card game. So obviously this came out from a really good, several good platforms, including what's his name, Kyle Chass's platform. It was a decent launch. VC, very silly dilution as always, shit tokenomics, and of course now with that circulating supply, everybody's forgetting about that and saying it's a $1 million market cap and the card games are going to do well. If you go by Superman's theory that this is just purely on the basis of value, because I think that's how Super does it. He just looks at the market cap, never talks about dilution. Then, of course, it's a gamble, but it did have decent backers. It came out a big launch. It was a relatively, there's some blood lube with decent launches, but I wouldn't really put my money into it now. And the reason for that is because it's just too speculative. You know, there's a lot going against it, but of course there could be a lot going forward as well. I'm not saying the project has shit backers. It has decent backers. And then in the realm of card games, Supo said that this is $300 million, and therefore that one is a better, more attractive investment. Just depends on the size that you're playing with. If you want to throw $1,000 at it, you know, I think you can take a gamble. If you wanted to put, say, $3,000 or $2,000 or $10,000, $50,000, then I think this is one of the best in terms of the whole space, giving you that dreaded but welcome 10x return, maybe 20x. You never know, because I know big money is behind this project. So you just have to find a balance, really. What's going on, everybody? BC weekend. Finally, what's going on, Coz? Big man, happy birthday, bro. Yeah, join our crew, man. The one thing we're not at the DXV Discord is we're not light on humor there, man. There's some legends, and you're one of them, bro. Take a little walk and yeah, bro. Yeah, that's a heavy burden. Yeah, honestly, because look, I kind of, maybe I'm coming from, let me just relate my personal story. So I did recently sell my bag of Ori chain, okay? And then, of course, you have to be in a situation where the first question I ask myself is, how big is the bag? Because I held this throughout the bear market. You know, I love this project. So there is kind of a bit of a connection between me and Ori chain. Having said that, I will only judge this. You know, Tectum is not a good comparison because Tectum is, of course, a completely different project as a layer one with soft nodes. This is more of an AI, but I did like what the team did here. So a unique layer one. I mean, my question is, will this go back to $100? And it remains to be seen, but they have actually done several new developments. I'm not sure if you're aware of them. And some of these were really, really exciting. I'll see if I can show you them. Because first of all, the one thing I ask myself when I'm leaving a project is, what are the, and I've done that. I sold a decent bag from my public portfolio of AGI because I just didn't see really like things happening. And then I saw the, saw some token 2049, and I saw the announcement of BlackRock's AI investment into data centers. The fact that obviously they've done that with Microsoft. And of course, these guys claim to have, I don't know if it's a real partnership with Microsoft, but GI have been coming up in discussions. Virtual Bacon then makes a video. So I took a lot into consideration and I reallocated back into it. With Ori Chain, let me see if I can show you. Yeah, so they've done several new announcements. I can't remember when the post was, but just be comfortable, and maybe you can, I mean, depending on it looks like you're an OG anyway, because if you've got a ride chain, maybe it came from 2023. So yeah, play about with the permutations. 50 million bag. Gene, Leno, legend. That is, listen, you know what? You want to join our Discord because with 50 million tokens, I think you know exactly what's going on. You might be the founder. Congratulations, by the way. Yeah, nah, hey, don't jump. We love you. Do not sell anything on the basis of what I'm saying, bro. ATH have a big potential. Do you believe Mavi is better? I got both. Oh man, today's this is like the today's show is like, let's bring out our next single guy. Let's pop these balloons, James. Let's do it, bro. Let's bring out our next single, Crypto. You're giving me dilemmas, man. I don't know which balloon to pop. So I'm not going to touch Mavia bag because Mavia for me is now, especially with the DCA levels, I've got what I consider a generational bag, right? So again, I'm advising you, like I'm talking to myself right now. ATH, on the other hand, I'm building up a position. So one is established, right, in my portfolio. I don't even think about trading it. That's Mavia. I'll buy more Mavia as long as the prices remain under $2. And hopefully if we dip below 150, I'll add some more. But my psychology is this. I've spent months grinding, mining USDT to buy this shit. Finally get my allocation in, and then a new sexy toy walks down the road called ATH. I've got to choose pop one balloon between the misses side piece. And what I would say is loyalty comes first with me. So again, that's why I was having that discussion just before with the brother about Ori Chain. Most people will say, oh shit, Ori Chain is shit. I hold Tectum. And in this case, I hold both. But what I would say is if you're switching from one to the other, or if you're holding both, you got to think carefully where your accumulation stage is, because what often kills us is that trading. We're not day traders. We're macro players. We play a 4-year cycle. And this is coming from the bottom of my heart. Anybody who is left with those same demons, I suffer from them. I used to suffer from until I developed the anti-FOMO scheme, which is quite incredible. It means everything goes to cold storage and you don't buy gas. And if you want to swap it, you've got to swap it for higher fees. So if you hold it, you know, which one came first? Was it the chicken or the egg? If you don't hold it, I would say build a position in both. But I can tell you, Mavi is undervalued. ATH, for me, is a bigger dollar allocation in the sense that I'd need to get to 100,000, 50 to 100 minimum tokens, and then build from there. All right. So I hope that helps, bro. Conservative, I'd say 20 to 30x is where I mostly play at with AGI, brother. I will do an AI tier list. Yeah, mint layer is my mint layer is my side piece. I do like it. Here's the thing though, right? So we talk about the whole of those BRC20 Bitcoin layer 2s, and your question is fantastic because it doesn't merely raise mint layer as a question, but your question opens up a far bigger discussion, which is the Bitcoin ecosystem. And I can tell you now, there is one cryptocurrency that I don't own that has to be in the conversation, and that's Stacks. So if we look at these, we look at mint layer right now, and you look at Stacks, for example, $2.4 billion in market cap. You look at Core, which is, again, relatively big market cap, but arguably one of the best decentralized applications for secured by Bitcoin. So if you believe in the future of Bitcoin, we cannot play market cap alone, guys, right? So mint layer is, we need to talk about mint layer in that context. If you think the BRC20 narrative is going to be, or not the BRC20, if you think the entire Bitcoin layer 2 ecosystem is going to be huge, and I'll show you, I'll just show you what we're dealing with. So if we go to Bitcoin, so let's have a look at Bitcoin right now. Let's go to categories. I want you to look, I could say to you, mint layer is good or bad, and I don't think you would understand what I'm trying to aim at. The more important question is, where do you see this whole Bitcoin ecosystem going? And how would you participate in a Bitcoin DeFi setup? So let's just look at BRC20 ecosystems, right? So you can see here, this is 1.5 trillion, right? So you've got, so the whole market cap is, 1,555,162,797. So this is where this is, right? And you can see here, Audi, SAT, Ordinals, Merlin Chain, blah, 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 Orange, and so on and so on. You get the picture, right? So this includes runes. This includes BRC20s and everything else. So this is, you could argue, this is the Bitcoin DeFi ecosystem. Now, when you look at mint layer, ML is a small project in that entire ecosystem that is trying to do what other bigger projects are aiming to do. So, for example, you've got a market cap here of, what is it? This is not correct. It's about $24 million. And Stacks is at $2 billion. Now, what does it offer? And I'm telling you, the Bitcoin ecosystem is the biggest slept on ecosystem in the entire crypto industry. That's going to hit people. All those runes that they were talking about pre-halving is going to hit us in a flash. So when Bitcoin goes to 200K or 150K or over $100,000, you're going to see this entire ecosystem expand. Now, one of the reasons I hold ML and one of the reasons I believe in ML is because I think you can capture some of that money, especially they're building this side chain, they're RWA, they are, they've got this ZK scaling now, they've got a new website. And despite their performance and with the token unlocks, they've survived. I would say they've survived the test. because now all of a sudden mint layer faces enormous amount of liquidity and potential, just like most of the other projects. But going back to my mindset of what I was thinking today, I was thinking to getting into stacks, and you guys are gonna laugh at me. You're gonna think, oh man, he's lost the plot. But why would I get into stacks? If I was gonna give you shit advice, I would have just said, look, man, I don't know, but let's look at stacks. So you got mint layer, you've got Merlin chain, you've got all of these little projects, and then the entire DeFi ecosystem built on top of Bitcoin. By the way, this is the biggest layer 2 on Bitcoin. I think Core is going to challenge this, but you've got every single Bitcoin project, or most of them, built on this. You've got the likes of Alex Labs and so on and so on. Vela, which is another microcap, which has a $3 million market cap. StackSwap, Satoshi Dex, and there are more protocols. But this entire ecosystem serves Bitcoin, and it's only what, $197 million in TVL. Shit's about to hit the fan, and when it does, this entire thing explodes. And I think this is why you've got to watch this whole, not just one project, but you've got to watch this whole entire ecosystem. So notable ones, of course, these two are the leaders. You've got Merlin Chain, you've got the likes of Mint Layer, Alex Labs, BeFi Labs. I don't know what Mass is doing here. Zeus. Of course, you've got Orange, Vela, BVM as well. Shout out to the brother who just mentioned BVM. So it's an interesting discussion, but the Bitcoin ecosystem is going to make a lot of people very wealthy. But 67 RI chain. Got it from a FOMO run. Oh, that's okay then. On the dip. Okay. Now we're talking, bro. So, yeah. Yeah, in that case, listen, you know, I hold Tectum. I bought Tectum today. I did a buy alert for Tectum. So, yeah, I think it's, you know, I don't think it's an issue there. Talk about Tectum talk to me nicely. So let's go to Tectum. All right. I'm looking for Tectum to do from where it is right now. Look, let's go for different scenarios. So let's use that. I don't know. Let's use something in the region of $1 billion. Let's look at Core. Right. It's not like for like, by the way. I just want to get to the market cap discussion. Right. So if Tectum was to go to $1 billion, right, you're looking at 14.5x for your money, right? You can see here 900 million from 63 million. Fantastic tokenomics. Guys, the golden profit taking kind of ratio should be 10x. Of course, you can pull every time it moves up 100%, you can pull out 20%. It doesn't matter how you do it. But the mindset is we want to get money out of the market, right? So if that's the case, 14.5x, and Tectum's sitting under $1 billion, right? Now let's see what this did in its all-time high. So its all-time high was $3 billion, and that is ridiculous 50x. Could you see Tectum, because Tectum also we have to discuss the soft note if we're going to talk about Tectum. If Tectum does a 50x, it's a $400 token. Now, the truth is somewhere in between that. You're not going to sell at the top. You're not going to sell at the bottom. But that's just $3 billion. Could a project like Tectum, especially if they get some listings, do a 50x? So you take, I don't know, 20% off that, because you ain't going to sell at 50x. Maybe you'll panic. Maybe you'll sell at, I don't know, 25x. But essentially, that is the parameter. You get to 900 million and you're doing 14.5 x with Tectum. You get to a billion. That's probably over 15, 16x. 2 to 3 billion, and you're making life-changing money. You're still gonna. I mean, look, for me, $125 Tectum is not bearish. I'll take some profit there, and I'll still leave a bag for Tectum to catch win, and I think it will. NFT Schiller, my brother, enjoying the show. Guys, please, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel, because we are the anti-FOMO crew, and we're going to survive this shit together, guys. Sold that shit AI tech, AGI for BasedAI and AGC. Conviction is key. I'm actually holding. I bought more BasedAI. I bought more AGI this week, and I bought more AI tech, and I already had dabbled with AGC during the Uniswap days. So yeah, good stuff, bro. Yeah, Trias is good, bro. I think Trias will do well. What's going on, Mo? Big up yourself, bro. Thank you so much for your support in this journey. SuiPad, SuiSwap, and CETA especially. I talked about it already, brother, but since you've asked again, CETAS is the one where you should be putting your money. SuiSwap is very speculative. There's not that much links, and SuiPad is it's going to pump, but the more projects they launch on there, maybe pre-sales, meme coins, it's a high risk, high reward. So in terms of capital allocation between those three, I would put 80% into CETAs and then the other 10% each into the other two plays. So I wasn't sure first went through. Yeah, sorry, bro. Mint layer. Let's have a look at Moby Dick. Moby. Yeah, we saw this the other day as well, bro. I don't know if it was you that mentioned it. $33 million in market cap, a decent tokenomics. Chart's about to see some life after a long drought. What's the liquidity saying? Yeah, decent liquidity as well. What's this? A BTC layer 2? Yeah, bridge to serve Bitcoin. Who's backing this? Okay, so they got an AMM over there. Got team. Interesting, bro. Good shout. Worth a look for sure. Yeah, BVM had, I mean, listen, I don't see any difference between the BVM chart. It's actually one of my favorites, but this went from $6. Oh, shoot. Is this a rug now, officially? No, I'm joking. Listen, this had a far more fall from grace than Mint Layer ever would. This actually pooped from $6. How you go from $6 to 30 cents? Oh, bro, the hate for Mint Layer is real. That's how you know people don't actually look at Mint Layer objectively with a straight analysis. I mean, 7%. What is the inflation here? This has to be, token is saying right now. It's saying, "Can I live to my last days getting honest? That'd be nasty, bro." This thing is like spitting like the lot. Featuring Notorious. 90% down from its all-time high. And especially with the mighty Mint Layer. The Mint Layer. Nah, not even comparable, man. This is dog shit. Yeah, this is poop. This is cack. Listen, even if it does well, I hate calling projects poop. But I ain't gonna go from, look, mid layer went from like just under $1 to 20 cents or 8 cents and then back to 20. But this one here, this right here, this one's a major move. So yeah, now I wouldn't touch this, man. This looks like Satoshi VM. Looks like one of these, man. 90% of these Bitcoin layer 2s are absolute, you know, not dog food, dog poo. No. Stay away from this. You telling me BVM has done worse returns than Satoshi VM? And then Superman said, would you like? I did 500x on this. I love Superman, man. That is my guy, bro. I wonder if he's streaming tonight because I want to go and watch that. Would you like? I have called all the best projects in the past. 500x. Satoshi VM. Megarific gains. Shit. My brother. Anyway, bro, I'm by the way, I'm not even, you know, good shout anyway, bro. Like I'm not dissing your shout. I'm just saying, let's put some respect on ML. Yo, Florence in the house. Welcome, Florence. Can we get some likes for Florence? I love the name. I love the city too. Beautiful name. Stacks, bro. Now you're talking. Florence, now you're talking. Stacks. We need to talk intelligently, man. I don't know. I think Stacks could do 50 billion if what I've read is led to be believed. Some of these are, you know, Binance, Coinbase. I'm not looking for an exchange. It's already there. The biggest DeFi setup in the history of the biggest asset, in the history of the biggest cycle. I don't know. But Florence, it looks bullish. Yeah, but patience, bro. Where's the patience? The patience is incredible. Nachos is 60 million market cap plus. This is huge. KRC20 without exchange listings. Absolutely, bro. That's insane. I still trading, bro. You know what? I kind of did all the work for Nacho. It's still not on there, but it's probably on Dex Tools. But that's very good to hear, man. I'll drop you a message privately as well. What's your conservative multiplier for mint layer? I think, look, I've always said $5 is a good good exit point. I was actually working on some exit points, and you know, what's the price of the mint? Let's have a look. Yeah, it could do 20 to 30x. I think 30x is decent. $5, I would be out. Yo, I heard some big news for Quant today. Although I didn't read it, it was just kind of like breaking news on X. X could be funny sometimes. But that stable coin is exactly where it was in 2022, 2023. Bro, I never forget the bear market. This was where I held money. And sometimes in Elrond too, or eGold. I don't know what they announced today. Did they do something on RWA? Are they working with the UK government or some big thing that they announced recently? UK Finance has announced that the successful completion of regulated liability network experimented phase pioneering initiatives aimed at enhancing the UK financial infrastructure, blah, 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 blah. So we can pay more taxes and then immigrate to Dubai. UK Finance announces the Quant, amongst other industry leaders, tokenize payments. So look, it could be a shocker. But I did sell all my quant for Casper. That's why I bought a very nice Casper last. So I do like this project. I'll always have happy memories. But there's things happening in the background. Quant always had the best tokenomics in, modeled at Bitcoin without the halving schedule, but trade is circulating supply. All tokens are all but out except few tokens. So I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do H bar. Imagine that recent pump that H bar did. Yeah, you're welcome. Most certainly. Yeah, microvision space is done. The team got no vision and they don't even respond to anything on X. You could actually say you could tag them and say microvision space is a piece of what? Microvision space. They're not even on here anymore. ERC20 space. It's like what is this now? No, this is not it. Microvision. Anyway, they are dying. They're not going to do anything for Bitcoin, and I don't think you should. My love, Bitcoin is Bitcoin is like sold for real. Still have my two. Yeah, stablecoin, bro. I told you. If in doubt, stash your money in quant as a CBDC. But anyway, guys, I've done a solid 2 hours. I will not be doing any more live streaming for the rest of the week. Yeah, I'm going to Paris with my 2 daughters, going to Disneyland. Shout out to all my French family, Thierry Henry, Vavavoom, Baguette. I speak French too, guys. Shout out to Mo as well if he's here from Paris. Anyway, guys, I will be back streaming next Saturday because the next 7 days I will be taking a break, with the exception of the Discord. And yeah, no, thank you so much. Yeah, that shit is wild, man. $8 to 36 cents is wild. Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys. God bless you all. I think I've done all the housekeeping works, but wait for any announcements. I should be active, using my phone in the toilet so the wife doesn't catch me. Anyway, God bless you all. Have a wonderful evening and take care. Bonjour, ça va? Yes, I will. I definitely will check it. Thank you so much. Take care. God bless, guys. Take care. Bye.